Good morning to all the honorable judges and fellow participants. First, let me introduce myself. I am participant number 20, and in this opportunity, I will be talking about the effects of multicultural society. Indonesia is a very interesting country, mainly due to its diversity. The weather can sometimes be hot, humid, or we can even have a rainy period of times and even storms. Some land is rocky and mountainous, while other places are composed of flats and tropical rainforests. And only in Indonesia can you find hundreds of ethnicities within the country itself, like Sundanese, Javanese, Batak, Padang, and etc. Indonesia is one of the most multicultural countries in the world, yet we come to the question, can it become a positive trait or a negative one? First, what I want to do is answer the question, what is a multicultural society? A multicultural society is a society which consists of many different ethnics and national cultures mingling freely. An example of this is the society we live in right now. For example, at school, I have friends from different parts of Indonesia. I have one from Southern Sulawesi, Northern Sumatra, and etc. We have different cultures, yet we live in the same society. And of course, multiculturalism has many great impacts on our lives. Some are positive and the others are negative. Now, because my time is limited, I'm just gonna say a few of them which I think have the biggest impacts. First, multiculturalism results in a higher level of tolerance towards minorities, and with that, or with a higher level of tolerance in general, will result in a more peaceful society. But what also might happen is multiculturalism resulting in higher tensions between people with different cultural backgrounds. While the majority of people might want to be tolerant and might want to coexist with others who have different cultural backgrounds in a peaceful manner, there are some people out there who think their culture is the best one. And this eventually leads to the negative effects of multiculturalism. People say the local population might be skeptical towards the concept of multiculturalism. Some people are proud of their own culture and are not willing to accept other cultural attitudes besides their own. And with that, people with different cultural backgrounds might have a pretty hard time because they're not accepted by the general public. Some people might also fear ethnic plurality since they think they will lose their cultural identity. But what they need to realize is, while other ethnicities bring new ways of life, this doesn't mean that all traditions will disappear. So now, the question is, how do we make sure that we get the positive effects of multiculturalism instead of the negative ones? Well, for me, the answer is obvious. We have to educate people. We have to make them realize that their culture is not as superior compared to other cultures, and that they should try to learn from other cultures as well. People oftentimes underestimate how much they could learn from other cultures. We should really try to learn from others with different cultural backgrounds to really broaden our horizon on how the world really works. And now the question is, how do we do that? Travel a lot, watch documentaries about other cultures, befriend people from different cultural backgrounds. My point is, with the convenience the modern world has offered to us, try to experience a lot of things, like other hobbies, other lifestyles, and etc. So in general, multiculturalism can make our lives much more interesting. Fortunately, I believe Indonesia has started on a path towards honoring its cultural diversity by removing discrimination from its legal code. Now, its population needs to follow suit and make equality a reality on the ground throughout the country's approximately 6,000 inhabited islands. In the end, pretty much like its nature, we might sometimes experience earthquakes, floods, storms, but eventually, as all of that passes, we will flourish as one and prove to the world that Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, or unity in diversity, is not only a motto, but our ways of life. Thank you for listening.